Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Season 1, Episode 6 of An Englishman Abroad, where we are currently out in Indonesia managing Sulut United. So in the last episode, we struggled our way into the playoffs of the Liga 2 Phase 2. Managed to get 5 points on the board, which was enough to qualify us for the next phase, which is the semi-final. And that is what is going to be in today's episode. So we've got 2 legs against Semen Padang, and then a potential final against either Persijab or PSBS. So either of those would do. Considering that the last episode was the last game, there is nothing new, nothing has changed at the club at all. So we are just going to jump straight on in and hopefully smash this semi-final. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the first leg of this semi-final is going to be the away game against Semen Padang. And the lineup we are going to go with, I think, is the same as the last game, which is Darmawan in goal, Polly, Pawa, Tata at the back, Runtalolo and Busari, Lasut Pamana, Zola, Kafi and Moran up front. So, leg 1, need away goals. Let's see what we can do. So the game gets off and running against Semen Padang. They have an early goal kick that is launched forwards. Deal with it quite well, but they get the ball back in the middle of the park. And then somebody needs to go and close them down because there seems to be lots of room in the gaps in between our defence and midfield. Luckily, the cross comes to nothing. Moran has turned his man. If he lays the ball off there, would have had a player in on goal. But instead, he plays it to Kafi quite late. And what a goal that is. Busari has hit that like a rocket. Did he volley it or head it? It went so fast, I didn't even get to see what the animation was. So it comes off the defender and he's like a jumping left-footed volley. So he's got both feet off the ground, swinging his left foot towards the ball, and it has smashed into the net past the goalkeeper. And that is pretty much the perfect start to the game that we were looking for. To get an early lead after 10 minutes, that's something to build on. And hopefully now we're not going to do what we did in the last episode by giving away cheap goals. All we can do is just hope that the defenders decided that they want to turn up, but we've got defending to do now, so let's have a look. Ball's going to come in, leave him open. Darmawan in goal with safe hands, catches the ball, and he tries to launch the counter-attack, but nothing doing. Left them in and goal again, and luckily their strikers have left their boots at home. He puts it in the... Wow. I thought it said it was a sellout, but there's loads and loads of empty seats, and he's put it into about row 27, which is far enough away from the goal for us to be comfortable. So we're in at half time with that 1-0 lead. Going to keep the players out on the pitch as they are. Make no changes just yet. Don't really need to. And then let's see what the second half will bring. We are having lots of possession in this game, but I do fear we're a little bit vulnerable to these counter-attacks. And again, they're working the ball well through the middle of the park. Somebody needs to go and close these down. And there's a great interception by Runtalolo. Nearly plays it over the top, but gets cut out. And again, now we need to be pressing here. A great tackle at the back, and Tata's bringing the ball forwards to Pamana. Plays it to Lasut. Ball out wide to Runtalolo with a cross. And Moran there had a header that was just over the bar. If we could get a second goal here and take a 2-goal or 2 away goals, and there we are. Runtalolo heard exactly what I was saying at the moment I was saying it. It gives us that second away goal. It's a brilliant, well-worked routine here. Throw in to Pamana, back to Busari. He scored 1 and assisted 1. And Runtalolo's there at the back post to head in to give us the second goal that we needed. Now it's all about us not conceding goals because we were in this position a couple of games ago where we were 2-0 up and then ended up blowing it. So I want us to go on the front foot here and try and hammer home a few more. Pamana tries a ball that's cut out. And then they're playing it around nicely in the middle. Somebody needs to put a foot in, giving them far too much room, time on the ball. And I thought the ball was going forwards then. Instead, they played it out wide. And then the ball is in behind now. And Darmawan is there again with a great save. We really must have one of the best, if not the best goalkeeper in the league in Darmawan. He's been so solid. And there again, he comes to the rescue. I think the flag was up for offside anyway. But that was a fantastic save from a ball that caught us napping. to try and get some fresh legs into this game. We're going to bring Lonto on for Cafe. We are going to bring Aretha on for Wuntololo, and Rumer is going to come on in place of Lasut. Again, just to try and keep us some fresh legs for the second leg. But we should have had a third goal there. Great worked passage of play into the box, and Moran's had a shot that goes straight at the goalkeeper. We've got not long left in the game. I really would prefer the players to be running the clock down now, but instead we're on the front foot still. Moran has hit a shot from distance, and Alpha Moran has just caught the goalkeeper napping there. I think he beats him inside his near post from distance. It was a bit of a snapshot, and it was a brilliant finish. So he just takes the touch, kills the ball, and then as it pops up, hits it right footed. It's gone into the net, and that's a 3-goal lead to take back home for the second leg. And that's very pleasing. After the disappointments of the collapses, or not being able to finish games off in the first phase of this Liga 2 playoff business, it's very reassuring to see us go and put a game to bed so convincingly. So let's jump onto the second leg and see if we can continue that form into the final. Okay, so the games come thick and fast in Indonesia. Here we are 6 days later, and we are playing the second leg of this Indonesian League 2 semi-final for the playoffs. We are going to go with the same lineup that beat Semen Padang in the first game, so no changes whatsoever. Let's just get on, get the job done, and look forward to a final, hopefully. Okay, off and running in this semi-final second leg, and hopefully we can come flying out the blocks again. We have got a 3 away goal head start from the first leg, so we don't need to do anything too radical, but just to get 1 goal on the board would make their task pretty much impossible, I think. Basari's tried the ball into the box, got a little deflection on it, can't get through to the attackers, and it's cleared well by the defenders. So patterns emerging the same as in the first game, where we are having lots of possession. We are having most of the shots and the shots on target, but again, nothing worthy of highlights. And to be honest with you, if it's a 0-0 draw, I'm not too fussed about that. It puts us firmly through into the final. Would rather us get a goal, actually, just to keep the winning momentum going. But that first half has absolutely flown by. Nothing of any note really happening apart from that 1 half chance for us. And straight after the break, we have conceded, and that wasn't really on the cards. Although maybe it was, looking at the stats, the turnaround, they're growing in confidence maybe. We are struggling all of a sudden, and we're on the back foot again. There's a ball over the top, and I was singing Darmawan's praises in the last game, and all of a sudden we are 2-0 down at home. In fact, we're not actually at home, are we? But both of these games are being played at a neutral venue. I thought we might have been at their ground, but it looks like it's the National Stadium. So anyway, either or, we need to sort ourselves out, because we've gone from looking guaranteed a place in this final to clinging on to a place in the final. And now we're going to have to try and get a goal. Wuntololo gets the ball stolen off him. Big ball over the top. And all of a sudden, great block by a defender. And then a risky tackle that results in a corner. And we need to wake up, because ball over the top there nearly caught us out. But from the corner, Moran's got the ball now. He's going to turn. Gets cut out. And the highlight dies. I think we're going to have to make a few substitutions here. So Romer's going to come on in the middle for Lasut. We're going to change left back because he's been booked. And I'm also going to take off Basari, bring on Zaki, just to make sure we have 11 players on the pitch. But again, when we come back, it's all Semen Padang that are on the attack. We're really clinging on here. There's another corner for Padang. It's dealt with quite well, but we can't. Nobody's putting a foot in. And again, we've just let a ball come through. And luckily, that goal is disallowed, because that would have been one of the most disappointing collapses, I think, of the season. Like, we've wasted 2-goal leads before, but a 3-goal lead would just be terrible. But we're on the attack here. Ariza almost caught the goalkeeper out there with the cross. No way that was a shot. The ball landed on the roof of the net. And that would have been a fantastic fluke had it gone in, as it would have guaranteed us pretty much passage to the final. But again, we're going to get caught light at the back. Ball's in behind. Darmawan redeems himself for the last goal by pushing this one round for a corner. And we are struggling to hang on here. Another corner comes in. It's dealt with well. Zola's now on the break. He's just going to run towards the corner flag. Plays the ball back to Romero. He has a shot. Gets blocked. Caffey picks it up. And he plays it straight against the defender for a throw-in. I am actually getting a little bit nervy now, so we're going to change to cautious. However, there's the goal. The substitutions have made the difference. Zaki gets into the penalty area. He's had a header that's beat the goalkeeper. And now we're just going to try and sit on this. Switch to a cautious tactic. I thought we were going to just try and see the game out, but instead we've gone for an equaliser, and Caffey's had a shot that's been dealt with really well by the goalkeeper, even though I think it was probably going wide. And then all of a sudden, this is crazy. They've had another goal disallowed, and it looked like Padang had got a third goal. And my head is absolutely scrambled from that. We were so convincing in the away leg and so poor in the home leg. I'm not too sure what to make of us going through to this final. But in the final, we are going to. So let's push on. Let's get this final out of the way and find out where our fate lies. Is it going to be Liga 1 or is it going to be Liga 2? Let's go and find out. Okay, so this is it. Percy Jack managed to get past PSBS in the other game, so we will play those in today's Indonesian Liga 2 playoff final. The lineup we are going to put out will be Darmawan, Poli, Adipawa, Tata, Runtalolo, Busari, Lasut Pamana, Zola, Caffey and Moran. This is it then. Are we going to be in League 1 or Liga 2? Let's find out in 90 minutes time. So we are up and running, and hopefully we are going to get off on the front foot in this game, because I don't know what caused the collapse in the last game, but that was really alarming. And I would like something to settle the nerves early and maybe something to build on straight away. Although looking at it, it looks a 50-50 game so far. Both teams having around 50%, both having around the same shots on target and shots. So not a lot happening though in the first half, and it seems like both teams are a little bit tense, a little bit nervy, and we have flown straight through to half time in this League 2 playoff final. Not going to make any changes just yet, as nothing really seems to be happening. I wonder if this game is going to come down to 1 goal and 1 chance, or maybe extra time and penalties the way it's looking, because nothing is happening. We have flown through an hour. Let's try and make a substitution, see if we can't influence it. We're going to bring on Saputra in place of Caffey and Romer in place of Lasut, who has been booked. See if we can make any difference with those two players coming on to the pitch. Seems like we are surrendering even a bit of the possession now in the game, and we are having a throw-in. Saputra with the ball over the top that gets cut out, gets a second chance and lays it off to Romer, who tries to find Zola. That doesn't work, and now all of a sudden we've got defending. However, Basari nicks in, steals the ball, Saputra to Moran, and the goalkeeper's got an injury. So my players should just be shooting on sight. We had a great chance that he made a great save on, but surely we should be testing the goalkeeper if he's injured. And I can only apologise for what has to be said to be one of the most boring 90 minutes of football in this season so far. Maybe the teams are nervy, I'm not sure. But that was such an anticlimax. However, we are now into extra time, as I said, might be the case, and we've got defending to do. There's a cross that come in, and it was headed towards goal. It goes wide, luckily, and we live to fight another day. So half time in extra time, I'm going to go straight into that. However, we have got 1 substitution left, so we're going to try and bring Nopra Hannis on, see if we can't get a chance for the forwards. Zola's gone off. However, I've suspect this is going to come down to penalties, and that is going to be nerve-wracking. Got a throw-in. That's a poor throw-in. However, we have still got the ball somehow. There was a bit of an exchange of play that was a crazy exchange of play. We've given the ball away, and it's over the top, luckily straight into the arms of Darmawan. No damage done. He's now taking his time to pick a pass, and Moran is in behind and hits it straight at the goalkeeper. That's disappointing. That was the chance that we were looking for. From the corner, Pamana swings it in straight into the hands of Cahol, who has played most of this game with an injury, and we can't beat him. So yes, typically it's penalties, and I did say in the last game that I did not want Basari taking penalties, so we're going to take him off. Pamana has been lined up as our number 1 penalty taker. We will have Saputra as number 2. We will have Runtalolo as 3. We will have Moran as 4. And we're going to have to make Basari take number 5 because the rest of them just look rubbish. So those are the 5 penalty takers to take the first 5, and I'll let the computer deal with whatever goes on afterwards. Here we go into penalties, and Pamana with the first kick steps up and scores. That's a great start. Percy Japp with their first penalty hits it straight down the middle, and Darmawan makes the save to give us a 1-0 lead after the first round of penalties. Saputra now steps up and he hits it wide, which is disappointing. Sapatra has really not hit the ground running at the club. He's done nothing in the games. And unfortunately, Harris scores for Percy Japp to make it 1-1 in the penalties. Runtalolo's up next. He tucks his penalty away, left-footed into the bottom corner. Give the goalkeeper no chance. Now Akbar, he hits the post. So we've got a second chance here at being in the lead. If Moran can score this penalty, it will put the pressure on. And he does. A little bit lucky. Goalkeeper, I think, got something to it and diverted the ball back into the middle of the goal. But I don't care. They all count as long as it crosses that white line. And it means now that if Darmawan can pull off a save, we will be going into League 1. However, Mardiono tucks it away. Darmawan got down well. And this means that Basari is going to be taking the penalty after I criticised him, said he wouldn't take another one. And he scores the penalty that takes us into Liga 1. I guess going back on your word works sometimes. Absolutely crazy. This penalty was so bad in that first game where he took one that I thought never again. And then, yeah, I had to put him into number 5 and he steps up and gets the job done. We then hand the trophy over to Pamana. He lifts it proudly, and we are now going to be in Liga 1 for the second season in Indonesia. And now we can look to build upon this season's squad, maybe get a little bit of finances into the club because it wasn't looking too great. Maybe it's another season of scrimping and scraping, getting free players in and seeing what we can build. But as that's promotion confirmed, we're going to leave that there. What we will do is tomorrow we will come back with another episode with the season review. We will then push forwards into Liga 1 to the very first game, show you the squad as it's being built, how we are going to try and assault Liga 1 and hopefully go on and start building the Sulut United empire. So, as ever, if you've enjoyed that, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button to let us know that we're doing a good job. And any comments you have, leave them in the box down below, and I'll get back to as many as I can. But until the next one, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you soon.